And then they're like, "Oh, how much time did we lose?" And she's like, "Decades." And I'm like, "Why? Are they supposed to have been down there for hours?
Yeah, I think there's some kind of editing
Something
there.
else happen?" Like I never get my head around why it's like 24 years that they're down there when they said an hour. Like, does that mean they were down there for 4 hours?
You are completely right, because they land down there, or maybe there's like extra time of them landing and taking off that they're not really accounting for in there. But even when they get hit by the tidal wave, they say it's going to take 45 minutes to an hour to drain it.
That's 7 years.
And then they have a conversation for about 5 minutes. Then another tidal wave comes.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to go now.
Yeah, and then he asks Case. He's like, how much longer? And he's like, another 2 minutes. And he's like, well, let's just burn it. We gotta risk it.
Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so they've been down there max an hour.
Yeah,
so it should have been 7 years.
I completely agree. I think that there is some sloppiness going on with the
I think it just needed another line. Like they should have said, "Oh, we were knocked off course like a slight bit," which made it so that it went even faster or whatever.
But yeah, so
I didn't get it.
I agree with you. I think that there's something that is off there. Listeners, if you can explain that to us, it seems to me like there's some kind of mistake there, that it wasn't properly conveyed how long they're actually down there, because they should be down there for like 2 hours, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
basically, right?
Because the way I perceive it is like something happens.
Or no, even longer. It's 7 years for 1 hour.
It's supposed to be 7. Yeah, because what I love about that scene as well is that when they go down there, the sound design, it starts doing a ticking noise.
Yes,
and the tick is supposed. And I saw this, and they said that it's perfectly calculated so that every tick is a day.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like the sound design is purposely set up that way. So so when they're coming down to land, it's like tick, 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 and you're like,
blew my mind.
It's crazy because this time I was watching, I was listening for it, and I was actually like counting. I was like, that's a 1. I got up to like 50. And they only just started doing what they were doing, like just climbing out the ship. I was like, "That's 50 days gone already."
Oh man! Well,
but then like the ticking stops, and like, "Oh, it's been decades," and I'm like, "Whoa! I was really on board with this ticking being days, and now you're telling me it's 24 years, and I don't understand why."
Well, and this kind of leans into my my theory that this is secretly a horror movie. And they go down to Miller's planet, and then like literally like time is a killer. Like it's just like eating up his time and like they say time is a resource here, but time is also like just an absolute killer. They're down there and they're just losing part of the lives of all the people that they love. It's absolutely terrifying. When they have the realization that Miller probably just landed about 3 hours ago and it's just sending dummy data, that is it's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Is that like, oh, she just landed a few hours before us? She probably just died a couple minutes before we landed.
Yeah, and but like, honestly, when that happened, I was like, you guys should have realized that. Why? Like, you were supposed to be smart people, and you already told us that an hour on that planet is 7 years. So you know that she's landed, and it's been 7 years, so that's like an hour for her. Like, you should know that already.
I gotta say, I know that Cooper's a bad parent, because like there's no maybe you could have convinced me to go on that mission. There's no fucking way I'd say, all right, let's go to the time dilation planet first. Like I'd say, all right.
He was overruled though, wasn't he?
Yeah.